Bluetooth is a short range communication technology which is wireless. They enable two devices to communicate with each other after pairing. Initially, it was developed to help data communication between mobile phones without cables. There are many versions in Bluetooth which has slightly different capabilities. Each version is improving compared to the previous one. Bluetooth Special Interest Group is the one who maintains the Bluetooth standards. IoT devices use Bluetooth quite a lot, especially wearable and smart home devices. And most of the appliances also use Bluetooth. Bluetooth operates in unlicensed industrial, scientific, and medical band, which means that we don't have to pay for that radios in terms of licensing. Bluetooth 1.2 supports 1 megabit per second data rate, and the latest version support around 3 megabits per second. Mobile phones now supports a natively new version, which is Bluetooth Low Energy. Bluetooth can also support up to 8 devices connected together at once. Bluetooth technology can be classed into 3 classes based on the radio, and it provides different ranges. For example, class 3 provide up to 1 meter or 3 feet. Class 2 provides 10 to 10 meters. Typically, mobile phones and wireless headphones use this class. And then class 1 radio primarily is for industrial use cases, supports 100 meters or 300 feet. So depending on your IoT system architecture, you might want to consider which class would best fit for your need. The latest and the most upcoming version of Bluetooth is Bluetooth 5, which has a range 4 times than the previous version and then doubles the speed. It is 100% more data broadcasting frequency compared to the earlier version. Bluetooth typically use 2 topologies, star and mesh. Typically what we see is a star formation, which for example your laptop or a mobile connected to other peripherals like headsets or thermostat or printer or whatever the other devices. But mesh allows one devices to connect 2 devices, creating many-to-many communication, and they support applications such as asset tracking, home automation, and smart metering. Bluetooth technology has a significant role to play in the context of IoT. Bluetooth provides extended range of communication. It can work on a master-slave communication pattern. For example, your smart home hub would be the master, and then the appliances could be the slaves. Bluetooth can have the self-healing ability because of the mesh network capability. Therefore, devices in a house can reach a node which has internet capability by passing data through different nodes. If one particular node is not available, Bluetooth can enhance the network reliability. As I said, if not one node fails, the devices or the appliances can find another node to reach the designated internet capable node. Bluetooth have some limitations in terms of the star approach, where only 8 devices can be connected. But in a mesh network, there are ways to extend these limitations. Bluetooth by design, especially Bluetooth Low Energy, is significantly improved energy efficiency and battery life. So we see a lot of devices now use Bluetooth Low Energy to have a long-lasting battery. For example, when you have a star topology, the master, it would be better to connect to a proper power source and then have other slaves be operate on batteries. In the mesh topology, some of the nodes who will be act as the routers. You could deploy more permanent power. The other devices will use the battery power. Bluetooth works in 3 steps. It has the inquiry step, paging, and connection. Inquiry is where the Bluetooth device is scanning and discovering other devices. Paging is the step where it process of forming a connection between 2 Bluetooth devices. And then the third one is the connection, where a device is either actively participating in the network or enters into a low power sleep mode. In relates to Bluetooth networks, we also use a term called Piconet. It's a network of devices connected using Bluetooth technology. The Bluetooth network or the Piconet could range from 2 to 8 devices. When the network is established, one device will take the role of the master while the other devices act as slaves. To better understand how Bluetooth works, please pause this video and watch the video I have put here. Bluetooth Low Energy is a Bluetooth version which is designed for low power devices, especially useful for IoT devices. BLE devices can be put into sleep mode until they are connected. One of the most important characteristics of Bluetooth Low Energy is that it can rapidly pair and reconnect to device within 6 milliseconds, compared to the classic Bluetooth would take 6 seconds. So as you can see in the image, in the classic Bluetooth, we are looking at connecting with the car, headphones, earpieces, printers, those kind of devices, which use for wireless devices that use for streaming rich content like data, video, audio. These devices require pairing. But Bluetooth Low Energy typically work with keyboards, or heart monitors, keychains, remote controllers, or small devices for tracking. Bluetooth Low Energy is also used in beacons to do micro advertising in location advertising techniques. As I said earlier, BLE does not require pairing. Bluetooth is by design a low power network technology. However, the Bluetooth Low Energy is specifically better in terms of power consumption because they can run on battery power for a longer period. In terms of the range, classic Bluetooth has about 1000 meter range, and then the Bluetooth Low Energy might have 250 meters. The data throughput, classic Bluetooth has about 2 megabits per second, and Bluetooth Low Energy has about 100 kilobits per second. However, these are rough numbers. As I said, each of these technologies have different versions, different implementations, radios provided by different companies. So this is a rough number to get you an idea what is the difference. But when you are looking to integrate Bluetooth or Bluetooth Low Energy into IoT system, you should go and read the specifications of the manufacturer in order to understand whether a particular radio would be fit into a system. To understand the differences better, including the comparison with the RFID and NFC, because RFID and NFC can also be used to some of the tasks that BLE is also compatible. Because sometimes some of the tasks can be done by all three. So then you need to decide which one is better depending on the context. So please pause this video and go and watch that video to understand the differences between all three. Typical Bluetooth usages are audio players, mobile speakers, home automation, smartphones, toys, hand-free headphones, sensor networks up to certain level, keyboard and mouse connectivity, stereo control, and network connection sharing, especially if you want to share your 3G connection with your computer and the computer doesn't have internet connection. You can switch on the internet connection sharing, and then your laptop will connect to the mobile phone over the Bluetooth, and then the phone will provide you access to the internet over its 3G capability. In short, we call this capability as tethering.